Okay, we are starting 4.2. That was the first one on the self-check, but let's go over what it is first. So now we're factoring and solving when a does not equal 1. So we did this in the last module. We're getting it down to factored form, so we can use the zero product property and solve each factor. So first, let's go 2 times 3. We take a times c when we factor. I have that is equal to 6. And my factors of 6 are 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. Uh-oh, those both go to 5. Oh, this one's tricky. So now I have to think about the negative. So they multiply to negative 6, but add or subtract to negative 5. So let's see. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. And those multiply to a negative 6. Okay, that's the one. It's not 2 and 3 because to get negative 5, those would both have to be negative. But if I multiply those, I get a positive 6, and they need to multiply to negative 6. So I'm going to rewrite that as 1x minus 6x. So when I combine those, I'm at negative 5. And then bring down the first one, bring down the second one, and then now we've added the equals 0. You have to set each factor equal to 0 to solve. That's really important. We're going to see some problems that they're not 0. Okay, now we're going to group. Group the first two, group the second two, and we'll take out our common factors. So this first one, the only thing we can take out is an x, because 2 and 1 don't have any divisors. Then here we have 6 and 3, but we want to remove the negative. So we're going to divide by negative 3 is what those both divide by. So we took out an x minus 3. Our leftover is 2x plus 1. And over here, negative 6, negative 3 is also 2x. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is plus 1. And that's still equal to 0. And now we write in factored form. So we have our first factor is what we divided by what we took out. Then our second factor is the one that's written twice that's the same. All right, so this is factored form. Once we're in factored form, we use what we call the zero product property. So each factor, we have to find out what each one of those was equaling 0. So x minus 3 equals 0, and 2x plus 1 equals 0. We take each factor, set it equal to 0, and then solve. So to solve for this one, I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So x equals 3. Then over here, I'm going to subtract 1 and then divide by 2. So x equals negative 1/2. And those are our two answers. So 3 and negative 1/2. So first factor, then solve, just like what we've done before.